All right, let's take a tour of some of the most absolutely unbelievable architectural marvels on the entire planet. And I'm going to tell you right now, whatever you think you know about groundbreaking buildings, well, that's about to be completely turned on its head.
Okay, do me a favor. Just for a second, picture the most ambitious, mind-bending, futuristic structures you can possibly imagine. Go on, get a really clear image in your mind.
I'm willing to bet that your mind went straight to these gleaming skyscrapers just piercing the desert clouds, right? And hey, for good reason. For decades, Dubai has been the undisputed king of architectural ambition, basically transforming sand into a city from the future. It's the default answer for a reason. But that story is starting to change. What if I told you that the most insane, the most daring, the most technologically advanced structures aren't rising there anymore? A new giant has stepped into the arena, and it is building the future at a scale the world has literally never seen before. And that brings us to China. Get this, in the last 20 years, they've built more than the United States has in its entire history. But it's not just about the sheer scale of it all. They're building smart. And we're going to start with a skyscraper that had to outsmart nature itself.
So this is the Shanghai Tower. At 632 meters, it is an absolute giant, no question about it. But its most incredible feature? It's not the height. It's a secret that's hidden in its very shape, a brilliant solution to a massive, massive challenge.
You see, the number one enemy of a skyscraper this tall is wind. And Shanghai gets absolutely hammered by powerful typhoon winds that exert this terrifying force on super tall structures. A normal, straight-up building would be in serious trouble. So how on earth did the engineers solve this? Well, the solution was to twist the entire building by 120 degrees. Now, this isn't just to make it look cool. That clever spiraling design actually allows those powerful winds to flow smoothly around the tower instead of crashing right into it. It is pure engineering brilliance disguised as art. And this perfectly illustrates the difference, you see. Yeah, Dubai's Burj Khalifa is taller. It still holds that record. But the Shanghai Tower represents a totally different kind of victory. It's about ingenuity over a hostile environment. It's a very clear statement of technological superiority. But China isn't just dealing with wind. No, they're conquering the very earth itself, building in places that seem completely and utterly impossible. Think about it. Most countries would see a massive abandoned quarry pit, and what would they do? They'd either fill it in or, use it as a landfill. China looked at it and decided to build a luxury hotel inside of it. The Intercontinental Shanghai Wonderland is what they call a ground scraper. 16 of its floors are below the surface of the earth, and the bottom 2 are actually submerged in an aquarium. It's wild. But they don't just build down, they also span across these impossible gaps. This number, 565 meters, that is the height of the Baipanjiang Bridge. And I'm not talking about the length, I'm talking about the height. It is the highest bridge in the world. Just to put that into perspective for you, you could fit the entire Eiffel Tower underneath this bridge and still have room to spare. This isn't just infrastructure anymore, it's a raw demonstration of how to bend nature to your will. Okay, so we've seen them conquer the elements. Now let's look at some structures that seem to just flat out defy the very laws of physics. So most skyscrapers, they go straight up. Simple enough, right? The CCTV headquarters in Beijing, though, it's a continuous loop. It seriously looks like 2 towers that are falling into each other, just caught and held together in midair. The locals even nicknamed it Big Pants. It looks like it should collapse, but it stands there as this incredible testament to radical, boundary-pushing design. All right, next up, consider this number. 250 meters. That's the length of this massive structure in the city of Chongqing. But the truly mind-bending part isn't its length, it's its location. Yep, it's a horizontal skyscraper, suspended almost 300 meters in the air, connecting 4 separate towers below it. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's real. And we're not talking about some empty corridor here. This horizontal skyscraper, they call it, Raffles City, contains entire gardens, infinity pools, restaurants, even a glass-bottomed walkway. You might be thinking of Singapore's famous Marina Bay Sands, but then you have to imagine it higher, longer, and way, way more complex. Which brings us to the final, and I think the most important question. Why? Why build all of these seemingly impossible, incredibly expensive things?
Well, the answer is that these aren't just buildings. They're a message. Take the Liabian International Building, for instance. It's got a 108-meter waterfall cascading down its facade. It's absolutely stunning. But here's the catch. It costs a fortune to run, so it's only switched on for special occasions. The goal isn't utility, it's to show the world that they can. The statement is worth more than the cost.
And then you've got the Ring of Life. It's a steel structure as tall as a 50-story building. It has no offices, no apartments, no practical purpose whatsoever. It exists simply as an observation deck and a stunning piece of art. A pure, unadulterated display of ambition and economic power. And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. You see, while Dubai's building boom was largely about diversifying its economy with tourism, China's goal is different. Each one of these projects is a calculated statement, a declaration of technological power, economic dominance, and an unwavering vision for the future. These structures do so much more than just house people. They blend ancient cultural symbols, like the coin-shaped Guangzhou circle that forms a lucky number 8 with its reflection, into these hyper-modern designs. They're built with Chinese steel and glass, fueling their own industries. And above all, they send a crystal-clear message to the rest of the globe. For China, the word impossible is quickly becoming obsolete.
So what we're looking at here isn't just a collection of incredible structures. It's a preview, built in concrete and steel, of a world where the limits of what can be built are being totally redrawn. And that leaves all of us with one critical question to think about. As this new era of architecture begins, who's going to be the one to build it?